Do you like gymnastics? Have you seen some of the gymnastic performances during the Olympics? Well, if you like gymnastics, then you're gonna like this video because we've got some of the best performances in gymnastics. You're gonna wanna sit down and watch this one because of some of the performances in it are just amazing. First up is Nadia Comăneci, uneven bars, 1976. Comăneci is one of the best gymnasts ever. She is definitely one of the original ones that left people in awe, and I'm sure she's inspired a lot of people during her career. Well, when she competed in the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal, she was the first gymnast in history to ever receive a perfect 10 score. Also, the crazy part was how old she was. You know how old she was? She was 14 years old. Can you imagine that? Just 14 and she's done that? Her routine was done on the uneven bars, and she ended up winning one of the 3 gold medals that she got that night. It's beautiful. We highly recommend you watch the video because it was great. Have you ever heard of Nadia Comăneci? Next, we have Svetlana Khorkina, balance beam, 1995. Khorkina did have a small misstep during this routine, but that doesn't take away from her performance. Also, she managed to recover from this mistake so elegantly that it shows how amazing she is at the balance beam. What really surprised people was her dismount. She ended up performing a dismount that is known as a layout gainer full. Did you know that she looked like a pinwheel during this dismount? Well, her legs are very long, and they look like these 2 amazing and graceful pinwheels rotating in the air while suspending. It was beautiful to watch because this dismount was perfect for her. She knew that if she was going to be able to stick it, she was going to look breathtaking, and she did. Wow. Honestly, if you haven't seen it, then you need to. It was just so cool. Have you ever seen this balance beam performance? Would you like to? Now for Katelyn Ohashi, floor, 2019. Okay, so I remember when this went viral on the internet because I must have watched it like 20 times. It's just amazing. It got me dancing in my seat when I watched it. Also, I loved that you could see just how much fun Ohashi was having while doing this routine. Well, she was an elite level gymnast and her routines have gone viral because of just how amazing they are. However, she ended up taking some time out of her gymnastics because of the physical and mental damage that the sport gave her. Thankfully, she's back in the sport, so I'm sure we're going to see more amazing routines from her. However, it is sad that many gymnasts have to take breaks from the sport because of the stressful and high demand of it. I think that we should talk more about what's happening in the sport, but that's not what this video is about. Have you seen Ohashi's viral performances? If you have, which one did you like the most? Up next is Elena Mukhina, uneven bars, 1977. If you want to see someone who looks like they're defying gravity, then Elena Mukhina would be able to show you what that looks like. Well, Mukhina performed an uneven bars routine during the European Artistic Gymnasts Championships back in 1977, and she ended up surprising everybody. I mean, I think she still surprises people with that routine. Well, she ended up standing on top of the bar, and then she launched herself into a rotating backflip. She then went on to complete the rest of her routine, and let me tell you, it's gonna give you goosebumps. It's no surprise she got such an amazing score for that flawless routine. Have you watched any of the European Artistic Gymnasts Championships? Do you like any of the routines you've seen there? And now on to Nastia Liukin, balance beam, 2008. We all know that Liukin will always make it on any list for gymnasts because she's known for her elegance and acrobatic skills. I mean, have you seen her performances? She always comes in and performs something that is just otherworldly. Well, at the Beijing Olympics in 2008, she performed a balance beam routine that showed just how impeccable she is. Well, the hook ended up coming when she did a piked front salto into an arabesque. She also ended up doing her signature move. Yeah, you know the one, the Liukin. Seeing this all put together really showcased her talent and how good of a gymnast she is. Honestly, all of her performances are always amazing, so you should definitely check her out. Have you seen Liukin perform her routines? You're going to be watching this one. Also, keep watching because we have even more gymnasts we need to talk about. Up next is Kerri Strug, vault, 1996. Strug has 2 iconic vaults, but this one is just one of them, and it's fantastic. Honestly, just watch it. But she came out and performed, but she had to fight to show up. She tore ligaments in her ankle on her first vault pass, but she had to vault a second time for the USA team to place. So what do you think she did? She absolutely nailed the second vault while being injured. Strug delivered a perfect vault on the second try, even though she had just torn 2 ligaments. Could you imagine doing that? I mean, I would never even think about doing that because if that happened to me, I would be getting seen by a doctor and hanging out on the sidelines with some ice on my ankle. However, she came out and she absolutely slayed. She ended up helping the team score an all-around gold medal in the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. The routine made a difference to the team. You need to go and see it. Are you going to be watching it? And now we have Oksana Omelianchik, floor, 1985. Omelianchik was 15 years old when she did this routine. My goodness, she was doing big things that year because she went to the World Championships where she stole everyone's hearts. She had so much youthful energy, and that was shown so much throughout the entire routine on the floor. When you watch the video, you're going to notice that she's done such an amazing job that it looks like she's floating through the air like a feather. She made it look easy to do, but it was not because she made sure that we all saw how much work she's put into it. At just 4'7" and 66 pounds, she absolutely made a difference that year with her routine. When you watch it, you're going to pay attention to her second pass because it's amazing. Are you going to be watching this performance? Do you think she looked like a feather floating across the mat? Next on this list is McKayla Maroney, vault, 2012. If you want to watch a performance that is short and practically perfect, then this one by Maroney is exactly what you're going to want to watch. It happened during the 2012 London Olympics. It was only 15 seconds long, but my goodness, was it amazing. She didn't get a perfect perfect score from the judges, but everyone thought she definitely deserved it. After she made contact with the vault, she launched herself into the air like she had just been shot out of a cannon. She ends up completing everything with a flip and sticks the landing. It was just impeccable. Seriously, it looked like she had glue on her feet because she didn't budge at all. And that makes a perfect performance when it comes to the vault. Well, anything gymnastic related, it's really all about that perfect landing. You remember watching this during the 2012 Olympics? Do you think she should have gotten a better score? Now for Simone Biles, floor 2016. No list would be perfect without Simone Biles herself. She made a name for herself because of her outstanding performances and overall amazing personality. During the 2016 Rio Olympics, she ended up becoming an all-around gold champion because of her perfect routine. This routine was made for this performance because it was filled with Latin flavor, which is a smart move for the Rio Olympics. The crowd was going absolutely nuts over this performance, and every precision-filled trembling pass she made. I mean, she's already an amazing gymnast, but this performance is definitely one that's going to stick in your mind. Have you seen a lot of Biles' performances? And finally, Aly Raisman, floor 2016. The last one on this list, but it's a good one. During the 2016 Olympics, Raisman performed a routine that left her crying, and most fans crying. She really showed all of her passion and love with that routine. It left her in tears. It's one of those routines that's going to leave you feeling goosebumps for days every time you think about it. Honestly, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you stop what you're doing right now and watching it. It'll leave you feeling emotional, like it made her feeling emotional. Are you going to be watching this routine by Raisman? Anyways, that's all we have for you today. So, which of these performances have you seen? Are there any that you're going to be looking up right away? Also, are there any performances that we haven't mentioned that you think should be on this list? Gosh, there's so much stuff about gymnastics. Let us know all your thoughts, comment section down below.